Yo, it's your boy Mr. B bringing you some maths, and today we are gonna be talking about averages, mean, mode, whatever, all that good stuff. Right, check this out. Find the mode of the following set of numbers, blah, 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 blah. So what is the mode? This is the first one that we're gonna do today. The mode is the value that appears most frequently. But this data here is all jumbled up, so what can we do to make it easier? I'm going to order it in terms of size. So if your data is jumbled up and you're not able to identify, you're going to order it. And this is going to appear over and over again in this video. Now that you ordered it, which of the numbers shows up most often? So 2 shows up twice, 3 once, 6 shows up 3 times, and 8 once, 9 once. So what is my mode here? My mode is 6. It's that easy. Cool. Now there are 3 different scenarios. We're going to go through all of them together, then we're going to do some questions. Next one, if you want to give it a go by yourself here, you can pause the video, come back when you got an answer. Otherwise, let's take a look. Find the mode of the following set of numbers, that stuff over there. So first of all, let's order it to make it easier to visualize. And what is happening here? What is happening here is 1 shows up twice, 2 shows up twice, and 6 shows up twice, and none of them show up more than twice. So what do we do in terms of the mode? You said that the mode is the one that shows up more often. Well, in this case, all of them are the mode. If there are more than one number that shows up the most, they are going to be the mode. Cool? And the final scenario is this one. I have this data set. Let's reorder here. And what is going on? There is no number that shows up more than once. If there's no number that shows up more than once, what happens? Are all of them the mode? No. When no number shows up more than once, there is no mode. Cool? So you can either have no mode, more than one mode, or just one mode. Cool? Alright, pause here, come back when you got an answer. Alright, the mode is 7. Pause here, come back when you got an answer. The mode is 15. Pause here, come back when you got an answer. The modes should be 3 and 8. Fantastic. Next one. Find the range of the following set of numbers. Blah, 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 blah. So what is the range? The range, what is that going to tell us? The range is the difference between the highest and lowest values. So the range shows you how spread out your data is. So all we need to do is we need to identify our lowest value. Over here is 180. Identify our highest value, 350. So the range is going to be the difference between the highest and the lowest. So in our case, it's going to be 350 minus 180, which is 170 grams. Easy peasy. All right. Pause here, come back when you got an answer. You should get that the range is 15. Next one. Pause here, come back when you got an answer. You should get that the range is 5. And final one. Pause here, come back when you got an answer. Now this one is a bit tricky because it involves negative numbers, but you should get 10 minus 21, minus and a minus is a plus, so you should get 31. Cool? We've done mode, we've done range, now we are going to do the median. Find the median of the following set of numbers, those guys over there. So what is the median? Well, the median is going to be the middle value when the data is in order of size. So the middle value when the data is in order of size. So what's the first thing that we need to do here? We need to order the data. Now, we order the data. How do we know which one is the middle number? There's a couple of different ways. You can cover the ones from the beginning to the end until you get to the middle. But the way that you're going to have to do later in your maths life in year 11 is by identifying the position of the median. So I think it would be useful to learn it here. The position of the median, so where the median is always going to be the number of data points plus 1 divided by 2. So how many numbers you're working with plus 1 divided by 2. So in our case, there are 7 numbers. So our median is going to be 7 plus 1 divided by 2, which is 4. So our median is going to be the 4th number. So we just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Our 4th number is 1.81, so our median is 1.81. Easy peasy. All right, pause here, come back when you got an answer. order it, find a position, so the median should be 6. Pause here, come back when you got an answer. Order the numbers, find a position, the median should be 165. Find a 1, pause here, come back when you got an answer. Reorder your numbers, and the median should be 5. Next one, find a median of the following set of numbers. Blah, 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 blah. Now, what is the difference between this one and the ones before? Try to think about it a little bit. Maybe pause the video, try to figure out what's the difference between this and the question before. So the difference is, now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers. We have an even number of data points. So how is that going to work out? Well, we're going to start it the same way. We're going to order the number of size. The second step is the same as well. We're going to find where the median is. So we have 6 data points. So the position of the median will be 6 plus 1, which is 7. 7 divided by 2, 3.5. So it will be the 3.5th number on my data set. Obviously, that's not a thing, but what you should realize is 3.5 is between the 3rd and the 4th number. So my median is going to be between those two guys. Cool? So if my number is going to be between those two guys, my median is going to be the number that is exactly between those two. In this case, it's easy to spot, but if it's harder, this is what you do. You're going to add those two numbers together and divide it by 2. So you're going to take an average of them. So 6 plus 8 is 14. 14 divided by 2 is 7. So your median there was 7. Sorry, I passed you quickly. Cool? Right, here we go. Pause here, come back when you got an answer. You should get the median 13. Pause here, come back when you got an answer. You should get a median of 41.5. Finally, pause here, come back when you got an answer. You should get 1.83. Cool? Alright, next one. Find the mean of the following set of numbers. And you have all of those over there. So we found range, we found mode, we found median. Now is the last one, the mean. Now what is the mean? There's a few different ways to describe the mean, but the one that I really like, even though it's not the most mathematically precise or anything, is the mean is what would you get if the amounts were distributed evenly. So if everyone had the same amount of whatever it is, in this case money, that is what the mean would be. So how do we find the mean? So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to take all that money, because in here we're dealing with money, and I'm going to put it all together. So if I add all them up, what do I get? I get 42. Cool? Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to redistribute. I'm going to be communist about it. I'm going to redistribute evenly between everyone. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people in here. So I'm going to take those 42 pounds and I'm going to distribute it evenly between 7 different people. And everyone would get 6 pounds. And that is it. So my mean here is 6 pounds. But what if you have a data set that is too big that you can't just visualize it like that? You can memorize the way to find the mean, which is you add all the values and you divide by how many there are. But it's really important for you to always remember what the mean is. The mean is what would you get if all your values were evenly spread out. Cool? All right, pause here, come back when you got an answer. You should get 5.5. Pause here, come back when you got an answer. You should get 2.23 recurring. Finally, pause here, come back when you got an answer. You should get 7.2. Cool? Right, last one for the day, last kind of question. The mean of 4 numbers is 10. 3 of the numbers are 9, 11, and 7. Work out the 4th number. So we're given the mean and we're given 3 of the numbers and we don't know the value of 1. So how do we do? Remember what the mean is. What did I tell you just now? I tell you that the mean is what would you get if all of your values were evenly spread. So if the mean is 10, that means if I got all 4 numbers evenly spread, all of them would be 10. Cool? Because my mean is 10. So if all my numbers if my mean is 10 and I have 4 different numbers, what would they add up to? They would add up to 40, correct? So if I'm trying to find my original numbers, I'm going to redistribute that 40 amongst the numbers that I have. So I'm going to redistribute the 40 into 9, 11, 7, and my missing number, which I'm going to put x. So if I have 9 plus 11 is 20, 20 plus 7 is 27. If I'm distributing 40 and I already distributed 27, what is my missing number? My missing number is 13. Easy peasy. Now, it might be useful for you to watch this video again while you're doing the next question, because the working out is always the same, but it requires a little bit of thinking. Pause here, come back when you got an answer. You should get that the missing number is 9. Pause here, come back when you got an answer. You should get that the missing number is 1. Pause here, come back when you got an answer. And pay attention here because it says the last two numbers are equal. Cool? You should get that the last two numbers are 1.3 and 1.3. Got it? Fantastic. Recap time. So let's see what we got. We learned today that the mode is the value that appears most frequently. We learned that the range is the difference between the highest and the lowest values. We learned that the median is the middle value, is the value right in the middle when the data is in order of size. We learned that the mean is what would you get if the amounts were distributed evenly. And we learned that to find the mean, you add all the values and divide by how many there are. And this is pretty much it. It's not the most complicated topic ever, especially at the point that you're now. It gets a little bit harder for GCSE, but we'll cross the bridge when it comes to it. Hope this was useful. Hope you got everything right. That's it from me. Borges out.